9 years after Skyrim's release, the first combo mod is out. I'll explain how to go beyond hand-to-hand and revolutionize the combat and animations in general. In Skyrim you can move freely while attacking. We name it the ice skating combat because it's just what it looks like. Look up modern games like For Honor, Dark Souls, Ghost of Tsushima, whatever, none of them have this system. For years modders have tried to diminish this effect by reducing the movement speed, and it works to some extent for the side movements. But look how the feet are sliding forward and backward. This animation has been made for a forward movement because it just makes sense to move forward while attacking. And modders are not dumb, so they have tried to mimic this mechanic. Until Skyrim and Nemesis were out and actually removed the ice skating and implemented the movement forward. You can appreciate how the previous animation looks without and with Skyrim. If you add dynamic animation replacer to it, you can add features like progression or weapon specific animations. Skyrim has 3 attacks and the last move ends the combo. The vanilla game has 2 attacks that loop between each other, so modders have created pseudo combo by randomizing the animations. All these attacks are actually the same, the only thing that changes is how it looks. All the animations have the same length and move the same distance at the same speed. This is because the motion data are not per animation but per animation name. Everything is stored in this big text file. So when DAR swaps your vanilla animation for a modded animation, the animation name stays the same. The change will be purely aesthetic. If your animation doesn't match its motion data, you'll slide. It's really limiting because you have to design your animation according to the motion data. Even if you do it well, you can never really make the design you want. This is due to the ice skating. The game will change your animation depending on your direction. Vanilla, the 5 animations are basically the same, it's just the feet movement that changes. But if your animations have different designs, the result can be really terrible. So to have more freedom, you can lock the movements, and that's what Skyrim does, but also the vanilla power attacks. The motion data for the standing power attack is 0, the character stays in place. You can make your character move in your animation, but the game considers your position is 0. I modified on idle to show you, and as you see it doesn't compute for the physics. All my animations have custom name and motion data, and that's why the teleport attack you see is possible. Every new animation requires behavior modification, and the more you modify the behavior, the less compatibility, so it shouldn't be done this way. So if you want to have attack animations like in Dark Souls, or casting animations like in Dragon Dogma, you need a SKSC plugin that will combine with DAR to have per animation motion data. It will be a revolution as important as DAR itself. If we can get this, I'll make another behavior mod that will be much lighter than this one and could extend to the magic and all the other fields that are left out right now, with everything driven as much as possible by the animation themselves and not by the behavior like right now. So you could have animations hitting sooner or later and movesets with more or less attacks. We can go way beyond 10. The most convenient way will be to have a SKSC modder do it. You can commission somebody or gather to split the bill. You can also try to do it yourself, and guys, let's not forget, what is boring in Skyrim? Skyrim. Let's make it another game.